what have we seen in the last week?
Apart from the obvious, the Sony drama about the DRM's changes and rules, whatever,
That was quite a story. Quite a story.
there was the big reveal of the blood of Dawnwalker,
Yeah,
and that was definitely one of the things that I want to talk about first.
of course.
And I think there was another article, I think it was from Reuters, and
Hmm.
they were talking about the AI in video games and how many like studios using AI nowadays and how it will improve the gameplay. Improve.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Let's say.
I think it's important to talk about that article because Reuters, makes quite the argument that this is going to be implemented across the industry for video games. Quite in a quite large manner in the future
Yeah.
in gaming. So I thought we needed to talk about this, even though it's not mainstream news and nobody's really talking about it. But I think it's very important to talk about that as well. But I think we should start off with the Blood of the Dawnwalker
Yeah, let's start with
reveal
something
trailer.
happy. Let's start
Yes,
with something happy
yes,
first.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
We need to talk about this. I think on the 24th of last month, we had the reveal trailer and the story trailer actually for the Blood of Dawnwalker.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the game, really?
I think we had another like the first video that they upload. I mean, it was the 40, 58, I think, minutes, and the first one it was 13 minutes of new gameplay.
Hmm.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm really excited about it,
Hmm.
and I can't wait to play it on 6. I think it was the 3rd of September, 2026.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's quite packed this month because if I'm not mistaken, the new Fable comes out. I mean,
Hmm.
it's not confirmed yet because I think there is some rumors that they were saying that Fable might skip 2026 because they don't want to actually um, go on the same year with GTA 6. They're kind of afraid. Why they're afraid, we don't know.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, let's discuss about what we saw, right?
Yep.
Um, what's your thoughts? Let's begin with your thoughts. Yeah.
Well, I think it looks very interesting. Oh, let's get the obvious thing out of the way first.
Yeah.
It looks very, very similar to The Witcher 3.
Yep.
Um, Gameplay mechanics, the whole feel of the game looks very, very similar. I think
Yep.
it's actually a good thing. Me personally, I think it's a good thing because Rebel Wolves, the studio that's working on the game, most of the dev team used to be in CD Projekt Red back in 2014 when they released The Witcher 3.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
you're right.
in my eyes, I think, excuse me, I think the team keeps doing what it does well. That's
Yeah.
that's really my take on it. It
Th-
it does look very similar and feels very similar. You get the vibes, and even the game in as a whole, reminisces of The Witcher 3. Have the music, um, the woods.
Yeah. The
In
whole
the
vibe of the
the
game
reveal
is
trailer, we saw
yeah.
a lot of woods. The guards were similar. The combat style was very similar, but I think that's actually a good thing because
Yeah.
the the team shows that it stuck to what they did well in The Witcher 3. I think that's a good thing. I
Yeah.
think.
What they know the best, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
I totally agree on that. Yeah. It was the vibe was screaming Witcher 3. Let's say.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm really excited about it, dude. Just the story looks really, really interesting. There's so many like memorable characters already,
Hmm.
and they seem that they're doing a very good job. Especially what you said about like they just doing what they know, what they do best. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've been working in Witcher 3's they've so many years, so obviously they will use this as a reference to become
Hmm.
to make the game that they know. Obviously a lot of improvements. I don't know if the combat is the same with Witcher 3. I didn't have this vibe. It feels like an upgrade version of Witcher 3, the
I
combat,
mean,
but
yeah, of course.
yeah, I
I'm
have
not
a
saying
little
it's
bit
the
of,
same. It
yeah,
just
yeah,
it
yeah,
has the vibe.
I know. I have a little bit mixed feelings until I will have it hands on, you know. But yeah,
My impression was that the combat and a lot of the movement,
the
animations
animations,
were
yeah.
kind of stiff. But in the trailer, we saw, with caps on, that it is a better in-game footage. So I'm hoping that it's going to be better when the game actually comes out.
I think I think the thing that they really nailed is the world. The world building is insane,
Yes.
top level, top level, especially for a debut studio. Obviously, they have the experience of the AAA. They know, but as a debut studio to nail that world that in such a good quality, it's crazy.
Hmm.
The music is really good. I think one of the composers is Mikhail Storinsky, the guy that he co-create the soundtrack of Witcher 3. And the story so much is one of the things that really surprised me, because from this story trailer they show so much depth of the characters and how you can cooperate with these characters, or you can betray them and become a mean guy, and
Yeah.
you could. I think one of the in the trailer you could see that you could kill one of the characters. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You could take one of these like decisions to kill them, and you will have the consequences. The time mechanic that they have, I don't know how it will work, but they said that it will not gonna be a real time like timer. It will be if you do certain side quest or main quest, this time will advance, because I think you have 30 days. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 days until you will save your family.
Yeah. I think it's quite interesting. They seem that they take these RPG mechanics, and the whole game takes the RPG very seriously, because it seems that whatever decisions you make is going to actually impact the story and how certain events unfold in the game. I I want I want this game to be, very good. I want this game because we haven't had a lot of games with, like kind of like a vampire as a main character.
Yeah,
In my recent memory, the only good games that had like a main character that was a vampire was V Rising,
which was a
which is,
sandbox MMO survival game.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. Code Vein from 2019, if anyone remembers. And from my memory, the last good game that had a vampire main character was like Castlevania.
yeah. I mean, there was one game early 2000s they called Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. The first
Yes,
game was amazing game, but recently the second game got released, but it wasn't that good. Like the Bloodlines community, I think they literally like slammed on it on
you
reviews
know,
because
you
it
know
didn't
what I
have the
mean.
same like RPG mechanics. Yeah, I know what you mean anyway, yeah. But I just wanted to remind you that there was another like recent title, but obviously you didn't know you didn't remember that because it
Yeah,
wasn't popular.
uh, and it was in the first one was in 2000. So
Yeah, you want
I was
2000s, yeah.
quite the child in 2000.
Yeah,
Do
true.
you want to talk about the spec sheet at all?
Yeah, we could. We could
I
actually, yeah.
I saw the spec sheet and I was thoroughly disappointed. I think with the current pricing anyway, anything above like 1080p is out of the question. Even
Yeah.
excuse me, even like the recommended spec for 1440p is like a card that costs way above $1,000 at the moment. So
Yeah,
and don't even get me started on the RAM. Okay, RAM prices we all know are off the charts, so we're not gonna even talk about it. But
yeah,
if you
that's too
didn't
much. Yeah,
already have a PC ready or PlayStation, you are really in a bad position right now. Very
yes, I
much
think
so.
that you need a very beefy PC in order to play it on ultra 100%,
Mm.
like 4080 I see here in front of me. That's a little bit too much. I don't know, dude. Yeah, we hopefully they will work a little bit on the optimization until
Hmm.
September, and they will push like something different. Plus, the DLSS gonna help with it. But
That was what
yeah,
I was about to say. I hope when the game comes out, it's well optimized, and you can run it on lower tier components.
yeah, yeah. Mixed feelings.
Mixed
We'll
feelings,
see.
yeah. We'll
We'll
see.
see. Hopefully, we're not gonna have it. We're not gonna be a backfest like Cyberpunk. Yeah, that's
Mm,
what I'm hoping for. If it's not gonna be well optimized, we will give it like 1 or 2, maybe 3 months, and it will be in better, it will be in better like state in order to play the game. But yeah, if it will be unplayable, then oof, that's not a very good start for a new studio.
yeah, of course. Anyway, do you have any other comments to make about Dawnwalker?
I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Hopefully, it's as good as it looks at the moment.
Yeah,
Uh,
me. We love actually both of us. We love Witcher 3, so it's one of those games that have
I
like the vibe. So obviously, we want to actually
so,
play this game.
so somebody loves it, a bit more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.